iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Full-Time Fantasy Show. FullTimeFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Full-Time Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Dr. Roto, get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. All right, let's get to the visionary plays of the week. Let's take a look at what we're going to do. Hopefully this helps you in both seasonal and DFS purposes. I'm going to start with Cincinnati against Buffalo. Cincinnati has issues. They have issues. And Buffalo is a pretty good team. They are underrated. They are very well coached. And they're disciplined on defense. Cincinnati is working on that. I don't like Joe Mixon this week. I don't love me John Ross. I always like Tyler Boyd. He's always open. He's a very good receiver. Okay? And he's only going to be better actually when A.J. Green comes back. Because Boyd, he can't be covered by the other team's opposing number two cornerback. So I know people, it goes contrary to what you think because you think that Green will be there and Boyd won't get his, but I think Boyd will be more open. So let's not worry about that yet because Green's not back. For Buffalo, I like Josh Allen. I like Frank Gore. I don't think Singletary gets many touches, if any. I like John Brown. I like Cole Beasley. I like the Bills' defense. Bills should win. Big. But you know what? This is the NFL. Whenever I think one thing, you never know what happens, but I like the Bills. All right, here's one thing I know. Dallas will beat Miami. Lock that one in. I feel really comfortable telling you that. I don't know if Miami scores again. I'm not sure they do. You got to like Dak. You got to like Zeke. You got to like Cooper. You got to like Devin Smith. You got to like Jason Witten. I mean, they could put up 50 points. So everybody can get healthy in this game. It's tragic, but Miami is just... it's awful what's happening. I really believe they should give a full discount to season ticket holders. It's an abomination. For Miami, I wouldn't start anybody. Nobody. All right, Denver at Green Bay. This is a bad matchup for Denver. I mean, Philip Lindsay could be interesting. I think he's interesting. I think that nobody else is. Maybe Emmanuel Sanders. Maybe Cortland Sutton, but I don't feel good about it. I don't like Royce Freeman this week. Green Bay's defense has been very good. Green Bay's offense needs to catch up with their defense. I'm not going to start Aaron Jones and feel good about it. I will start Aaron Rodgers because that's what you do, and I will start Devontae Adams. But I think Green Bay wins this game, but I don't think this is a high-scoring game. I just don't. I think Atlanta and Indianapolis can be. I think Devonta Freeman is a sneaky start this week. I like him. I do. I think that he needs to play better to take the pressure off Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. And if Freeman can't get it done, well, let Ito Smith get it done. Let somebody get it done, but they got to run the football. For Indianapolis, I really want to see the shackles come off Jacoby Brissett. Marlon Mack, not 100%. Will this be a Jordan Wilkins week? I'm not sure. If Mack is out, is this a Nyheim Hines week? It's possible. Like T.Y. Hilton, but Atlanta's defense is not bad. But I still like Hilton. I don't really like anybody else. Maybe Ebron, but I'm not digging the tight ends. Not. All right, Baltimore at Kansas City. Giddy up. You want to be starting Lamar. You want to be starting Ingram. You certainly want to be starting Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews. For Kansas City, who aren't you starting? I'm going in on Mahomes, Kelsey. I'm going in on Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson. I'm going to watch Darwin Thompson in case Damian Williams or LaShawn McCoy don't play. I'm starting everybody, baby. All in. This is not the Ravens' defense of the past. Okay, they look imposing, but they're not. I'm all in on this game. Oakland at Minnesota, I don't know whether the Raiders are going to travel well, and I think they're going to have a hard time stopping Dalvin Cook. That said, the Raiders have been somewhat stingy against the run. They have been. They've been the fourth best team against the run thus far. So, does that mean Cook catches a few? Yes. It'll really mean that Kirk Cousins has to find Thielen and Diggs and Kyle Rudolph. This has to be one of those weeks. For Oakland, I worry that this is not a Josh Jacobs week, right? Because the Minnesota's a good defense. But they need Jacobs, and they need a healthy Tyrell Williams, and they need Darren Waller, right? You have those three things. This game could be a lot closer than people think. I think Minnesota wins this, but it will be closer than people think. Here's a game that won't be closer than people think. The Jets against New England. I mean, this could be a romp. Brady scores. Sony Michel scores. Antonio Brown scores. Julian Edelman scores. I mean, they could put up 40. Seriously, they could put up 40. I thought Luke Falk looked better than Trevor Siemian. And I really liked how good Le'Veon Bell looked. I mean, that was amazing. But you trust Robbie Brown or Jamison Crowder? I know I don't. So outside of Bell, I don't feel comfortable with anybody for the Jets. All right, Detroit at Philadelphia. I like Matthew Stafford this game. I do. I like Kenny Golladay a lot. The Eagles' run defense is pretty good. I don't love Kerryon Johnson. I really like Marvin Jones. I like Hawkinson. I like Golladay. I want to check something out here. The Eagles against tight ends have been in the middle. So I don't love Hawkinson. I like Marvin Jones and Golladay. I think that's a sneaky stack. Stafford to Golladay and Jones. And then, hit me back with Zach Ertz on the other side of that. Because it's a Zach Ertz day. Now, Detroit against the tight end has been very good. Detroit has been very good against the tight end. But Zach Ertz is Zach Ertz. So I'm just throwing it out there. When a team has been this good against a tight end, and the problem is the Eagles have injuries to Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson, might this be a Nelson Aguilar week? I don't like Nelson Aguilar. Is it a Mac Hollins week? Maybe for cheap? It's possible. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside? Does he know the offense well enough? We'll have to see. Carolina and Arizona, I don't believe Cam will play. I think it's going to go down to the last minute, but I don't think Cam will play, and I'm okay with that. I am. I'm okay with that. Give the ball to McCaffrey, throw some short passes to DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel and Greg Olsen, and we'll be good. For Arizona, I like Christian Kirk. I like David Johnson. Let me see. Carolina against running backs. They've been pretty bad. One of the 7 worst teams. Could this be finally the David Johnson week we've been hoping for? Maybe. Maybe this is a David Johnson week. I may have to get in on him. I like Kyler Murray this week, but I really like David Johnson this week. All right, Giants against Tampa. Who are you starting for the Giants? Maybe Evan Ingram? Maybe. But Tampa's been pretty good against the tight end. I don't love Evan Ingram. I love me some Saquon Barkley. Love me some Saquon Barkley. Even though Tampa's run defense has been pretty stout, he's still Saquon Barkley. They've been a top 3, but you haven't seen Saquon Barkley. So you're starting Barkley, you're starting Ingram. Right? For Tampa, I like Jameis Winston. I like O.J. Howard. I like Mike Evans. I like Chris Godwin. Now look, you don't want to start O.J. Howard because you feel nauseous. He's done nothing. He's terrible. But he's not a terrible player. It's recency bias. He's been terrible recently, so you don't want to play him. But you can't give up on him. He's too good to give up on him. And I won't let you give up on him. You have to play him. You do. Now, if he sucks this week, then we can deal with it. But you have to play him this week. All right, Houston at the Chargers. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I like Duke Johnson. This is a Duke Johnson week. This is not a Carlos Hyde week. I like Will Fuller this week. Now, here's the thing. The secondary for the Chargers, their safeties are Rayshon Jenkins and Jalen Watkins. Yeesh. Not very good. There's no Derwin James. There's no Adrian Phillips. There's issues back there. I think Will Fuller is in a really good spot this week for a deep ball. I do. I always like Hopkins, but I think he sees Casey Hayward. I think this is a Will Fuller week. That was my pen click. That was my pen click for Will Fuller. I like him this week. I think he's a real good start. I'm going to get him in my DFS lineups. For the Chargers, Eckler, Allen, Mike Williams. Eckler, Allen, Mike Williams. There you go. Those are the guys. Okay? Easy peasy. That's who you're starting. Eckler's a superstar. He is a superstar. Keenan Allen is a super duper star. And Mike Williams is an emerging star. There you go. All right, Pittsburgh at San Francisco. I like Mason Rudolph more than other people do, but I think he will struggle a little bit in his first full game. That said, I think that he will be one of the better backups this year. He'll throw the ball. He's aggressive. I like James Washington this week. That's a play for you. I think he's very interesting. Why? They played together in Oklahoma State. They know each other. That's critical this time of year. You go to a guy you trust. You trust him, it's good. I don't love James Conner this week. I like Jalen Samuels a little bit. For San Francisco, that is a mess. That is a big-time mess. It is a mess, and I'm telling you why, because you just don't know who Kyle Shanahan's going to play. Is it Deebo Samuel? Is it Dante Pettis? Is it Richie James? Is it Raheem Mostert? Is it Jeff Wilson? Is it Matt Breida? I know that Breida and Kittle are the best two players there, but I don't know what's going to happen. But you play Breida and Kittle for sure. The rest you watch carefully. All right, the Saints are playing the Seattle Seahawks, and the Saints are being very coy about their quarterback situation. I think you'll see both Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill. You will. New Orleans is going to have to control the game by running it. Kamara, Murray, Kamara, Murray. I feel badly for Michael Thomas. I feel badly for Jared Cook. Thomas will be better than Cook, but there's nobody else there. Kamara, Murray, and Thomas. For Seattle, look, Saints defense are pretty good. I think Seattle wins this game, and I want to see something here against running backs. The Saints have been, where are they? They're kind of in the middle. Yeah, they've been in the middle. I kind of like Chris Carson a little bit this week, but I don't really love anybody on the Seahawks this week. But I like the Seahawks to win, right? I don't know whether I think this is a Metcalf week or a Tyler Lockett week or a Chris Carson week or a Rashad Penny week, but I just think they will do better than the Saints, basically because the Saints are missing their quarterback. But had Breeze been there, I think that the Saints would have won. All right, finally, the Rams against the Browns. I am very worried about Baker Mayfield. That offensive line is putrid, and he's holding the ball too long. Now, David Njoku, as we know, is out for a month. Demetrius Harris is going to be their guy there. I don't think much of him, but I need to see more Jarvis Landry. I need to see a healthy Rashard Higgins. We need those two guys to be out there if you're a Brown fan. For the Rams, Cleveland's defense has not been very good. They've been very generous against the run, one of the 5 or 6 worst teams. And against the pass, they've been a little better. They've been pretty good against the pass. So I think this could be like a Malcolm Brown, Todd Gurley week, right? This is where they pound because Denzel Ward has been good and Myles Garrett has been good. So I think this game is about Cleveland. Can Cleveland's offense keep Baker healthy and keep him upright? If they can, then I think Baker has a good chance to win this game. If they don't, it could be a mess. Okay? All right. Time now to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. But I wish you much luck this week. I do. It's week 3. You start to play, at least in our contests, the Fantasy Football World Championship. You start to play divisional games. It's not an all play. You're playing another team. I wish you luck this week. All right? For more, please check out fulltimefantasy.com. Enter the promo code ROTO50 for 50% off your first 2 months. This is Dr. Roto saying be well and take care.
Thanks for listening to Full Time Fantasy. There's never been a better time to join and go full time. Visit fulltimefantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO50 for 50% off your first 2 months. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time.